But without further ado, let's get into the chat and let's speak on misconceptions, should I say?
People wanting refunds, us basically asking for asking for refunds.
I don't know what that is, but I do know what I will say is this. Last night it was a spicy live. Very spicy live, very passionate. Keep in mind last night James is coming back on this live after a 3-week hiatus and got a lot of content that we're rolling out trying to put James back up onto game, um, get his opinion, make sure he gets it down right. At the same time, the chat's moving. See, the problem with the chat and the problem how it works sometimes with the chat, if you do say something in the chat and we got 200 people on the boat, 200 people on the plane, 200 people on the train, whatever your vice might be, if you say something and we read it out of context, it's very possible we can do that. And that's not your fault because if it's a spicy situation and things are getting spicy, I'm sure the chat will get spicy too. And I totally understand. Now we have the ability to make it right because we're live on the stage and we can put it more into context and you guys can't. So that would be our bad. And we apologize if we read something out of context and some of you guys get some backlash. Totally understand. Some people got some backlash last night that I didn't even know they were who they were. But the problem is when I say I don't know who they were, meaning I didn't know who they were on social media versus who they are in the
Right.
chat.
They
So
chat.
people,
They chat hop. That's what they
but what
do.
I'm saying is if they're on social media, they're under their government name, and then when they're on this, they're under
Oh, like
something else. So I don't even know the difference. They assume that I know the
right.
difference, but I really don't. And in your mind, in some people's minds, not everybody, they just assume that I'm playing games with them and I automatically know who they are, and I don't. A lot of people come across my desk every single day, but I totally understand it. I want to be clear to all my long gamers out there. I appreciate you guys' feelings, and if we balked at you or made you feel a certain way, we apologize. I apologize because that's not what we're trying to do. We're not trying to ruin your day. But at the same time, is it's hard for us to really see the context as the chat's moving up. Now, keep in mind that's
And
not to say. Let
and
me
to
just
keep up with real quick, just keep up with all these personalities. It's hard for us, like you just said. There's 200 people in the chat right now. It's hard to keep up with 200 personalities and know everybody's name. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no. Go ahead, man. You want to say
No,
something? Say
that's
it.
it. I just wanted to add that. That's a hard thing right there for us to do. So I just know where you're coming from because you had dealt with this after, and we deal with it all the time. It's just
What I want to add to is that at the same time is when you do jump out in the chat and you say something, understand that that's the chance you take,
right.
right? That's the chance you take because if there's no context to it, and like I said, James is up after is on after a 3 weeks vacation. So if he reads something and he throws it out there and he throws it on, throws it at me and Kev,
It's
and we're in the
basically
middle.
a question.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, we don't know the context of it. So we might turn around and say, "What are you trying to say?" And then someone turns around and says, "Oh, that person's a long gamer. They've been here for the longest time." The only problem I have with that is if you're going to hit me up after the fact, if you're going to jump on my social media after the fact, you should jump on my social media during you're feeling a little spicy. If you're feeling spicy and you feel like you don't like what we're putting down, and you feel that we read you wrong and we said something wrong to you, right? And you have influence in the chat because my main thing is the influence in the chat. The long game of chat, the long game is at the end of the day, it all runs as one. So if you have somebody who's been in the chat for a long period of time saying hi to everybody and everybody's getting acquainted with everybody through this certain person, and then they turn around and say, "Hey, you know what? Don't ask them no questions because they're not going to answer you because they think they're right about everything." That infects the chat. Now, that's going to make everybody believe that they can't have an opinion. No, we value everybody's opinion. We value everybody's opinion. So when you say a remark like that, me, even if it was in jest and you didn't really mean it that way, if it comes across that way and we pick it up, keep in mind you spit that out, we picked it up, and you could get backlash for it. But the thing is, if you do know us on social media and you don't hit us up during that and put it into context, and then you wait until after the show to hit us up at 3 in the morning talking shit, then that means you really want to cause trouble. You know what I'm saying? Because if that's the case, if you know me on social media and you know my inbox on social media during that situation, just inbox me and say, hey, I didn't mean it that way. You know what I mean? I'm just going to fall back. I don't want to get caught up in the crossfire. I understand you guys are in a passionate rant. We're just human beings. That's what makes for live TV. So I just want to say we didn't mean to disrespect anybody. But then the live that we're talking about, I just want to say the live that we're talking about, you can no longer see it unless you're a member. The live last night was spicy, right, James? You're on mute, buddy.
Yes, it was definitely, it was spicy at times, but it was passionate. There was a lot of passion behind what we were saying, and nothing we said I don't think it was out of line. If you disagree, go behind the members and you can check it out. That's the only way you're going to see those videos right now, because for this purpose, it's not like, oh, go pay to see it. It's because people will screen share something. Now you got people in the chat speaking for TB. I don't think TB would like that. You got people in the chat speaking for, disclaimer, not just TB, any YouTube creator. I don't think any YouTube creator would like that. So, spicy, yeah, but passionate was more to, I would say, to the lines of what it was last night. And then you just get people that
we appreciate you guys getting passionate back with us. Don't get it twisted. We appreciate that. And we understand if we get passionate, you guys is just as passionate. You ladies, you men, we get it. So we take that. So, but like I said, we have time to fix it. You guys in the chat don't. Meaning, if you put something out there, it's going to get picked up the way you wrote it. You only got so many lines. Hey, maybe if you send $100 super chat, you can make the context right. I don't know. Maybe send a Venmo.
Right.
If you, I'm just saying, if you really want to get your point out there, there's ways to do it. Or inbox me on social during it. Don't sit there and put something down and expect us to figure out the in-between, the subliminal, and decipher it. Sometimes we're not perfect. We can't do that. So that's basically what happens. But we're not mad at you when we and we respect your feelings. Like, I'm not mad that you guys or anybody's like they're passionate. And if you hear something coming out of our mouth and you take it as maybe we're disrespecting TB and you guys want to get his back, that's fine. That's fine. That's cool. We're with that because we expect you to do that on TB's chat if you think he's disrespecting us.
Right.
So I respect that. I respect that. I had time to sleep on it. I don't like that feeling, though. I don't like that feeling that the people that are in the chat, especially Cheryl with an S, she left a comment on something earlier and she said some wild shit. And, I had to put her on timeout. She's not on timeout now. I don't know if she's watching. But I had to put her on timeout. I didn't even want to answer her, but she said it live on a post.
What'd she say? I missed this.
She just said, she said something on a post. She just basically said like I let you, like when you say something out of context, I'll stop you and be like, hold on, let me put it into context for James. Yeah. But I didn't let a person in the chat get context. I just jumped on him. And I'm like, and I didn't even want to answer her. But like I said, she's a person in the chat. She's a person that I met. She's a person that I like. And I didn't like the way it felt. So I just, at the time, I didn't want to go back and forth. So I just hit the timeout button for a second. And then I was like, all right, I took her off timeout. This was today. And because she asked, what's up with the video? I said, well, it's behind a paywall now. And she was like, well, why is it behind a paywall? I said, because I said certain videos
why so many questions, Jay? See, that's my problem.
Well, why going forward, I feel that it's a great creative move. We were talking about it earlier. Yes. Me and James talked for 2 hours. I think it's a great creative move. If we feel one of our shows is a great show and we feel that it's great, the people that are here watching it, that took their time in real time, that basically stood here for 2 hours and watched the show, then you guys got it,
Yeah, you
right?
deserve to see
You
it.
deserve it. So if anybody else wants to see it, hey, become a member.
Become a member, and you'll see all the
That's it,
great.
and you'll see it, and that way it gives members an incentive, and it makes the members get something out of their membership. Because at the end of the day, there's so many channels, and I'm not shitting on channels. There's so many channels that have memberships, but they do nothing in the membership section. I
Well,
want to start. I want to start utilizing me personally, my channel. I want to start utilizing my membership option because then if I can break down who really rocks with me, I don't care if I got 50 members. Right now I got 180 members. That's all I need. I don't
right.
need 2,000 people watching me. If I got 180 members that stay month after month, every single month, and it gets bigger and bigger, now I can say, okay, these are the people who rock with me, and I can zone into them, and then I can ask them questions. I could say, hey, listen, what type of hoodies do you like? What type of music do you like? And we could get to know each other, and I can form my content around my audience.
That's
That's
what
all that
isn't that we're
is.
doing it for, though. Isn't I mean,
Well, that's
so
what memberships
well,
are for.
so
But some people
YouTube.
take it as disrespect. They say, "Oh, you put it behind a paywall. You
Well,
put it
look,
behind a paywall. They're trying to rob us for money." Well, not really, because
no,
that's what a membership is for. You pay for the membership at the gym, right? There's some people who sitting outside the gym saying, "I wish I could go in," and there's other people that are inside working out. So you pick and choose. Who do you want to be? You want to be sitting outside, or you want to be sitting inside? It's on you. That's all. I'm sorry, Jay.
no, that's a great way to say it. All I just want to touch on that is it's not even so much us pushing that. YouTube, when you guys just subscribe to YouTube, when you get monetized, they put you in, you have to download YouTube Studio because you always got to check stuff and you got to edit stuff. So they give you these goals, like they set them for yourselves, like do a members only, do this, do that.
Mhm.
Like, so they give you these ideas. So it's like the creative, like, here we go again, where the content creator comes in, right? It's what you use. These are the tools they give us. So it's how you utilize the tools.
Well,
And
many people got memberships. You'll see, you could go right now in front of your favorite content creators right now and go to their and become a member and go to their membership, and they don't have hardly anything that makes you special to have a membership. So why pay $10 a month, $7 a month if there's nothing you're getting special as a member?
exactly.
Other than giving them $7, $10 a month. I want to give you guys something special. If one of our lives hits some turbulence and things get a little crazy, okay, not everybody can see that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Only our members that truly know us and respect us, know who we really are. Y'all can see that because
Right.
we're not afraid.
You can
We're
see
not
that
afraid.
side of me.
You can see
Yes.
that side. You can see that
Yeah.
transparency.
Yep.
And that's where we're at. And like I said, I just want to say, anybody, I want to swing the plane back around. We got to circle back around the runway before we take it up to 39,000 feet. Anybody that felt disrespected, right? I forget her name, Misty, Cheryl with an S was in there. I don't know Misty from Missy or Misty from Melissa. That's the thing. People in the chat assume, hey, Misty said this. JFK, that's Misty from day
Yeah.
one. I don't
From
know
day
that.
one. I don't know who Misty is either. From someone said it to me today. Can you
I
tell
don't know that.
JFK that's Misty
So
from day one? And I'm
so
like, who's
maybe
Misty
Misty,
from day one?
so maybe Misty is exaggerating
Herself.
her, like, yeah, exaggerating how she knows us, because we don't know her like that. And that's no disrespect. I don't know her. Now, Cheryl with an S, I do. And
Right.
Cheryl with an S, she hit me up. She felt a little bad because she know Misty, and Misty and her are cool in the chat. And I don't want to upset anybody. So I'm going to be the bigger man and say, listen, we're human beings. Things happen. We didn't mean to hurt nobody's feelings. That's not what we were saying. We were just going in a little bit, and we were just being spicy a little bit, and just to shake shit up a little bit. And if you want to see that live, you could go to James Jackson, and he's got a membership. Or you could go to JFK and you could get his membership and you could see it and become a member and get yourself a ticket, get yourself some popcorn. Because believe me when I tell you, the shit we're talking about, and keep in mind, this is all show business. Keep in mind, this is all a work. But that's another story. Google what that
Also,
means.
keep in mind question mark, question mark, question mark, apostrophe, question mark. Oh, shit.
You know, and I'll say this. So with that being said, without further ado, we got a guy coming in from Chi-Town. Great
Yes.
guy, good kid, smart dude, very brilliant man. I got some questions to ask him tonight, man. A lot of crazy things happened. Not only just not only just with crime. Look at him, straight from Chi-Town. He's a long gamer. I mean, my man's been holding it down with JFK for a long time. He goes by the name of Cotty. Cotty's perspective is in the building. Cotty, what up, brother? You
You
gotta
mute
unmute.
us.
Oh, he's muted up. I
Chat,
get him. What's up, brother?
can you hear me?
I can
Yeah.
hear you. I can
All
hear
right,
you.
cool. What up, everybody? What up, Chad? What up, JFK? What
You
up,
know it.
James?
What
What
up,
up,
What I
Cuddy?
fellas?
you know what
Uh,
we're doing? We're slanging memberships.
Shit.
hey, man, I see you, man. It's the spicy deli around this part.
Hey man, I gotta make it make sense,
And
brother.
anyone can get one. You can get one too. Sign up.
T12,
Hey,
my man just gifted 5 JFK memberships. Make it rain, T12. Thank you so much. And you know,
T12.
and when
Nice.
we
Just
drop
get
that,
it.
yeah, he jumped right out the window, you know. And when that happens, we go something like this, right? We do this.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston,
Turbulence in the
Yeah.
chat. Turbulence in the chat.
Boston. Can you hear me?
yeah.
Yes, indeed. Thank you, T12. Thank you. Scooter became a new member. T12. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he
Damn,
did it
T12.
twice.
Yeah, yeah. He
T12
got
dropped it twice. He dropped 10 of them. He's making it rain up in here tonight. Word up, T12.
T12. He's out in Florida, right? How's it down there? He was back in the hurricanes.
Yeah. So, yo, without further ado, let me just ask Cotty a question. Cotty, we lost some crazy people, some icons this week
Ooh.
that like was our childhood, right? Well,
I
you know,
know. Yep.
so one I want to talk on, the first one, which is a straight tragedy. I think the worst of them all. I mean, the worst of them all, because it was just uncalled for. 54 years old. Malcolm Jamal Warner, smart man, was all about, talking
Swimming.
about.
Swimming too,
Yeah, I
right?
got caught up in a riptide, which is,
Oh,
makes me never, like, seriously, I probably never going in the ocean again.
yeah.
I just don't trust the devil nowadays.
Me neither.
I mean, got caught up in a riptide, got swept out to sea. He was with his 8-year-old daughter right in front of his fucking kid. I mean, just horrible. How'd that hit you, Cotty?
Man, that's a piece of everybody's childhood, especially us in the urban community. You know, we grew up off the Cosby's. That was our first American family. You know, Theo. We watched Theo get his first girl, and just watch him just excel as an actor and as a person. And not only that, but even before his passing away, it was a couple of things I used to see on Instagram where he was spitting. I'm like, damn, I didn't know he
He's
could spit. Like he could
he
spit,
got with
spit.
Kwame back in the day. You know that, right? Him and Kwame was together. You
But
played out like Kwame and then fucking polka dots. He was with Kwame back in the day. So like he's been into hip hop since like 86, 88.
He
And he won a
yeah,
produced.
Grammy. He's won a Grammy
Yeah.
with Stevie
He
Wonder.
produced. Yep.
mm,
Exactly.
nice.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was saddened by that. I was saddened by that. I mean, it's just so much sadness, even with the passing of him. The Hulkster
Hold
himself.
on. And that's the next question. That's the next question. I don't want to, because Malcolm Jamal Warner, there's probably so much we could talk about that man because
Now,
he was
cause
such a
man,
great guy.
Malcolm, like he was like I would say he was America's favorite teenager of the 80s, early 90s, I would say. You know what I'm saying? Like he had the style, he had the swagger, and he was wholesome. So, like you learn I don't know where everybody else got from, but I learned things just from watching him excel. And like I said, as a man and as an actor. And the thing I liked about him, you never heard no blemishes on his name. You never heard
No,
no dirt. Like this dude was
no,
really
sir.
a wholesome dude. He took care of his family. He stayed out the way. He wasn't with the drama. And
Can't say the
like
same
ain't
for
nothing else.
Mr.
And
Huxtable. Mr. Huxtable. Can't say the same for him.
and and listen, like
Allegedly,
it's
though. That's
unfortunate.
allegedly.
God
Yeah,
damn.
it's
That's
Allegedly.
allegedly,
unfortunate.
man. I don't know. They try to do Bill wrong, I think, man. I don't know.
Oh yeah, man. You know what? That's a whole nother can of worms. I don't want to open that Pandora's
Nah.
box, but but far as like the waves and like the ocean is an unkind beast, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man.
That's Atlantis to sea. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it's
Yo,
one thing.
you know
Like
what I
I
just
always
thought of?
tell
I'm sorry,
people.
Cardi, real fast. Last time us three were together, that dude got taken out by a riptide, remember? And you started playing that song.
Oh, yeah, yeah. Chad from Crime Time, from the wrestler.
Yep.
But he saved his son in Cali.
Yep.
Soul
Oh yeah,
song. Yeah, yeah,
yep.
yeah.
That's
Another fuck.
crazy.
Right. Yeah, 2020. Another serious. And he was, and these guys were both big dudes. Malcolm's like in shape, and it don't matter. You can't beat the riptides.
No, no.
No, with the water.
Go
I
ahead, Cardi.
mean,
I'm
that's
sorry. I just
nature.
thought that was
Nature is the most unforgiving. Whether it's a flood, and that's just water. So you got the water, you got the air, you got the earthquakes, you got natural fires. Nature going to always win against man, and unfortunately, you know, like nobody knows when they're going to check out the building. Nobody even remembers. Nobody even know when they checked in the building. You just know
Mm.
that one day you was in the building
all right.
and you had no control of
Matrix.
how you came in the building. You had no control out the building. Now that the vessel, which is Malcolm, had left the building, now we can look at the building and we can marvel at the building because his building was very nice and constructed, and that's what you want to leave away. You know what I'm saying? As far as a temple goes, you know what I'm saying. He left a good example, even though he wasn't in the blogs and in the medias, but he still
No,
was out
exactly.
there. You know what I mean? Like a lot of people still out there. You just got to go search and find them. They're not hard to find. They're here. They're on Tubi. I see them everywhere. So
They're
Yeah,
on
that's what
Tubi for
me and
sure.
JFK we were talking about this today. It's not about, like talking about Hulk Hogan, you
Gotti, you
know.
got some love over here, man. We got some
And
girls feeling you. Patsy said, "Damn, Cotty, that smile." Cotty's a looking man. Look at the dude. He's chilling, man. He got them fucking dreads, man. He's killing it, bro. How long you have your hair? You started growing that out. I think 2015. I remember. It's been
yep,
like
yep.
10 years.
2015. Yeah, 10. Yeah, 10. Yep,
and
yep,
he keeps it
yep.
clean like that too. He gets
Yeah.
his hair braided like I get
Oh, I
my
was
hair
I was
cut.
around. I was around Cotty when he had that shit short.
Yeah, yeah. When I just whacked it off one day, it's like, you know what? One day I'm just gonna bang.
I seen the
Yeah.
picture. I think was it with Bone Crusher or someone? Who was he with?
You need to
Uh,
calm the fuck down, James. You know that?
no,
Oh
I seen.
man, hey,
Remember, Cardi, you know what I'm
just,
talking about.
hey, just on the
No,
side note.
Scarface. That was Scarface.
Scarface, yeah, Scarface.
Scarface.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, when
yeah,
we met the
yeah.
Ghetto Boys.
Oh
Yep.
man, listen,
Yeah.
that was a magical night, man. I'm
Oh, that
still,
was a
Yo,
magical night.
yeah. Hey, listen, just on the side note, side mission. I was riding through Copley today. You know, so I don't normally go through, but I was like, I'm gonna go through if I see Buddy. Buddy's out there. You know what I'm saying? I ain't
oh
pulling over
god,
nothing, but I think next
You
time I
talking
go
about
through, yeah,
Zobaz? Oh
yeah,
yeah.
yep.
Ah,
He's still out there holding it down. So I'm like, all right, cool. Like I think next time I stroll through there, I'll probably just go over there, chop it up, see how his mental is, just But
unfortunately, right, bro. You know what it's gonna be. It's gonna be the same conversation from 2009. And that's the unfortunate part. Like when you run into cats who like that never elevated. And like don't get it wrong. It's all love. He's our boy. So we got love for him. But it's the same thing with my cousin. Some of my cousins. I go
I
to
think
call them, and it's like the conversation's the same conversation. It's like, damn, son, we having the same conversation 20 years later.
like honestly a piece of me because his family be reaching out to me and be asking about him. So, you know what I'm saying? Like I be
Mm.
doing my own things. Like I said, I'll just happen. And last time I bumped into him, he wasn't really coherent, you know what I mean, to
Mm.
say the least.
Mhm.
But
You
that's a
know
whole
what,
nother
man?
topic.
Yeah, praying Damon Dash, and
Yeah,
and I'll
praise
tell you this much.
David.
No, I'll tell you this much. He was on that early. He was on that early, man.
Oh, Jack, you took it from the you
Yeah,
took it from the gun and praise
yo, man.
David Dash, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Oh,
for real. He used to say that shit all the time, and he was right though. He was right. He was right, and that was like 11 years ago, 12 years ago. So to segue off that, and you know who you are. You know who we're talking about. Zobaz, we love you, man. We want you to
Yeah,
get
it's all
better.
love, brother. Hell
Whatever
yeah.
you're going through, bro. We got nothing but love for you. You can always reach out. We'll always be there, man. Just all you gotta do is reach out, my brother. We got you, bro. Um, at the end of the day, what I want to ask you about the second person that passed away is Hulk Hogan. Now, all right, there's so many different nuances of Hogan throughout his life, but then there was that nuance where he kind of went insane and he started dropping M bombs, and the black community is not feeling him because I don't know if you've been on Twitter lately, if you've been on Facebook, you got some
when
of the
did he do
brothers.
that?
He dropped M bombs. So,
Yeah.
as Cardi, as a black man, if you could shed any light on that, should we be mad at Hogan for being, showing his racist side and in his death? Should we be mad at him in his death, or should we forget? Like, how does that work? I don't know. You tell me, Cardi.
Me personally, like, first of all, the man passed away. Let's just have some respect just for that aspect. Like, I don't know what we're doing as human beings where we won't even respect the fact that the person
Speaking of
passed
the
away,
dead, right?
let alone an icon. This, even where we're at in wrestling, he's still the face of wrestling. You know what I mean?
Mm.
Like, you cannot rewrite history no matter how much. At least not with me. I'm not going to allow you to draw that pen. You know what I'm saying? Because I was there. Now, far as his views and how he looked at things, listen, that was his personal thing. Just how R. Kelly did music and his personal life was a whole other thing. I grew up obviously watching wrestling. Like, who the hell didn't watch Hulk Hogan? Who didn't want to eat their vitamins and, you know what I'm saying, be a great American? That was everybody's
Especially
kid
when
in
he
the
did that,
80s.
when he did the heel switch, when he turned the Hollywood Hulk, he
Oh,
fucked shit up in
Listen,
'96.
that was
I
the
mean,
best part because it was
yeah.
that part right there. That still might be the most shell shocking, jaw dropping event ever in wrestling history. Still,
Mhm,
because
mhm.
it was that chaotic. It was that much powerful. I'm still getting
Well,
chills right now
yeah,
thinking about it
Yeah.
because
but how about this
that
though?
was a
There was
surreal
there was
moment.
there was three of them: Kevin Nash, Scott Hall, and Hogan. Scott Hall's dead. Hogan's dead. The only one that's living is Big Diesel,
Big
Big
Diesel.
Sexy Kevin Nash. It's crazy because when you're watching the old matches with him and Randy Savage, dead. Hogan and Savage,
Ultimate
both
Warrior.
dead. Ultimate Warrior, Hogan, both dead. Hogan talking to Mean Gene Oakland, dead.
Dead.
Paul
Iron.
Orndorff, dead. Iron Sheik, dead. British
Mm-hmm.
Bulldog,
Andre the
dead.
Giant.
King
yeah,
Kong, dead. Andre, dead. Like, wrestling's got a real dark side to it, man.
The darkest. I always go in the portals because I'm a big wrestling fan, so I go through all the portals and everything. Like, I mean, it's a beautiful disaster.
Mm,
It's a good way to put it.
yeah, and that's
Yeah,
and it's it's one hell of a business. I'll tell you that. It's like a circus somewhat. You know what I mean?
I
It's like
mean,
a carny. It's like a carny
listen,
type thing. It's like
everybody. Not to cut you off, but everybody wants to be a wrestler. Like, especially like growing up. I mean, think about it. Bad Bunny was in the WWE. Travis
yeah.
Scott was in the WWE. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? Roy Jones Jr.,
Jelly Roll's
Floyd
about to have a
Mayweather,
Jelly Roll's
Snoop
about to have a
Dogg.
match.
Snoop Dogg was in a
Jelly Roll
WCW.
Jelly Roll's about to have a match this weekend at SummerSlam.
I know.
Next weekend in August,
He's been in
teaming
the
up.
gym too,
He's
losing weight.
teaming up with Randy Orton. It's him and Randy Orton versus
Jake Paul.
versus Jake
I mean,
Paul
Jake
and
Paul's brother. What's his name?
no, Logan Paul.
Logan Paul.
It's Randy Orton, Jelly Roll versus Logan Paul and whoever Logan Paul's with. I forget
Nice.
who's Logan Paul with.
You
I
know,
forget
Joe,
who he's with. But
Yeah,
yeah, so
he was.
yeah.
even Logan Paul getting in wrestling.
Yeah, but he's athletic, that dude. You know what I'm
Oh
saying?
yeah,
You gotta be an athlete and run them ropes and know how to jump. So,
jump.
and that leads me to Ozzy Osbourne. You know,
Oh,
this guy. Let me just tell you the way I look at it. I remember the pivot from hip hop to Ozzy. I remember in around 86, 87, 85, maybe. I was there, as you would say, and I remember seeing dudes with the OZZY.
mm.
OZZY. Everybody had that tat. OZZY. All these headbangers. They were dark. They had the. And then all of a sudden, man, Easy E came out. Boogie Down Production came out, and these dudes went from the OZZY to my philosophy of the industry. They started. I seen the change and shit. They went from Ozzy to Black Sabbath to fuck the police coming straight from the underground. Like the shit was crazy. So Ozzy is like right in that pocket. Like he's in that culture. He was that guy, and then he went on with the he had the reality show with his kids, which was pretty good. So
Yeah,
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 he
on
was,
the
and he got some
TV.
great, and Black Sabbath got some songs, man. They got some hits. Um, Especially the joint with that Little John used. I forget the name of that. It's their main. Crazy Train. Like that's
Oh
one of
yeah.
his main. Yeah,
Crazy
that's
Train. Yeah.
that's like that's just like classic shit. So
I
R.I.P.
will say
Ozzy.
this. I would say this about Ozzy. R.I.P. to Hulkster. R.I.P. to Malcolm Warner. R.I.P. to Ozzy. Because like you said with the hip hop. Now, me personally, I got on to Ozzy around when he got on this show, but I still heard certain records. But with the hip hop, like you said, when it come back full circle, this one thing I noticed, hip hop, they always got the skate culture. Skate culture is part of hip hop. I remember it was this one movie that I watched. What was it? Lords of Dogtown. And then
Mm.
they got this song for Black Sabbath. And that's when dude was going crazy. I forgot cuz name, but like it had this scene and it was the what was the name of the song? Dun dun. Beavis and
Yeah, yeah,
Butthead used to always do
yeah.
the
That's
song.
that's that's Crazy Train. That's
Black. That
Crazy
not
Train.
Black Sabbath. I think. I
Yeah,
think.
that's Black. It's
Yeah,
Yeah.
Ozzy,
that's a
Black
black.
Sabbath, Crazy Train.
So that's always gonna be an iconic song. I'm saying, just like it was always sound beautiful. I might not have been his fan musically, but I love that particular tune, and I
Come on,
love that
Kyle. You
movie. And I
love
love
it.
skateboarders, and
They
it
play
always
that. They
come back
play that
full
in the
circle.
Garden. They play that in the Boston Garden, like during the timeouts. They play that. They've
I'll
been
tell you
playing
that
that for years.
farewell tour he just did. It was like he knew, man. He was
I mean, the fact
crying.
that he made it to 76, Aussie,
Right? We
all
were
the
just
drugs that
talking
dude
about
did.
it.
God damn, son.
That
I
part
Hey,
mean,
they
that
too.
were
dude. That dude wasn't watching his diet.
nah.
That dude was eating honey buns, Xanax, Clonopins, weed, coke.
He had,
He
he
Bob
had
Dylan
found a
zero.
Lewis.
loyal woman too. He
He
found
had
a
zero.
loyal woman. He found.
Well,
You
dude, he
know.
sold that because he sold that publishing, bro, for about fucking 200 million.
Oh,
There's a lot of money, and when you got that good catalog, bro, I mean, Ozzy's gonna live on forever, and that's the thing. Like, we could get into the music talk. That's why, like, these kids don't understand, like, building catalog. Because sooner or later, like Nelly, he just flipped his catalog. Look at, and the crazy part about look at Irv Gotti that died of diabetes.
oh yeah, Irv.
He sold that shit for 300 million. Then 2 years later, he died from diabetes. Like, imagine
Yeah,
that. Like, your doctor's telling you, you made 300 million. Your doctor's telling you, listen, you got to chill with the rice and the salt and this and all this food. You're gonna kill yourself. He's like, yeah, whatever, motherfucker. And he just kept doing it to the point he got sick, had a stroke, and he died. 300 million. He sold that whole Murder Inc. shit for 300 m's. That's insane. And dying from diabetes. So health is wealth at the end of the day. But like you said, Cody, you just never know when you're gonna go.
Yeah.
Nah.
yeah. And you got to be prepared. And if you get the warnings, I believe that you always get a warning, especially in certain instances. Now, with Mark Malcolm, that was you can't prevent that one. You was trying to have a good time. That was just unfortunate. Now, when it comes to health wise, a lot of stuff can be prevented. So if they tell you, hey, listen, if you need to slow up on this one, same with Big Pun, R.I.P. I'm pretty sure that they was telling you about yourself, but that ego, that rapper, that hip hop, that status, that money, it gets to your head where it overrides everything, or you think that your money can get you this particular doctor who can have you curbed. And I made this shirt. I made this shirt. What it say? You can't cheat the grind. Plain and
Nope.
simple. You can't cheat it. Like no matter what you
Can't
do.
cheat the grind. They be faking the grind. Just hell yeah, they be faking the grind, them
Taking
motherfuckers,
the
man.
grind.
They be on
Oh,
IG
shit.
faking the grind.
Yeah,
For
man.
sure.
Anybody that try to take the shortcut, man, that's why you always get the setbacks because you're trying to cheat the grind. You got to go through it. You got to go through it, get redefined through that fire, become out better, and come out shining.
And that right there, ladies and gentlemen, is 101 of Cadi's perspective. Make sure you go to Cadi's perspective right now. We got 140 people in the chat. I need at least 40 of you people, if you would be so gracious and so kind, to go over to Cadi's perspective. It's in the header of this video. The header reads, Karen is free. Cadi joins us and tells us his thoughts. Cadi's perspective joins us and tells us his thoughts. So at Cadi's perspective, it's in the header. You guys can just go log out of here real quick, hit that Cadi's perspective, go hit that sub button, come right back. It will take you about 30 seconds.
30 seconds.
Kevy
Kev, what up?
Kevy Kev's in Lynn right now at a barbecue, as you can hear.
God damn.
God damn.
And with that being said, too, go to James Jackson, JAMES, Jackson, JKSN, Jackson, and go to Kevy Kev 781 if you would be so kind, and go sub up to them too. Go give a sub to my people. But we're trying to get Cadi perspective. How many subs you got? Like 108 or something like that? I seen.
Yep.
Let's see if we can get Cadi up to 200 subs.
200
today.
Nice.
Let's see if we can get him up to 200. Let's see if we can get him to 200.
What up,
and so because believe me when I tell you, we want Cadi to start having this perspective, because sometimes we get down on ourselves, right? We don't get the right amount of subs, we don't get the right amount of reach, the algorithm ain't right. We do these crazy videos, we dig in, we try to be creative, and then we put a video out that gets 3 views, and then you're just like, all right, I'm good with that. So let's try to get him going so he can, believe me when I tell you, Cadi's got the craziest perspective, very intelligent, will pick you up. He's got a great personality, and and most importantly, he's your man JFK's boy. So
yeah.
So let's keep it 1,000. So
Believe me too, because I'm working on the video now, and just a little sneak peek, because I just been noticing a trend. They are handing L's like this candy out here, and I'm gonna just leave it at that. You want to hear more about it? I'm gonna break it down. Probably video gonna be up tomorrow, but just know that these people ain't playing with nobody out here.
And when you say L's, you got to be more specific.
Life.
Life. There we go. Glera, what up, bro? My man Glera's up in here. You know when Glera's up in here, right? We got to hit him with this.
Yeah.
Turbulence in the chat.
Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston.
Turbulence in the chat.
Boston. Can you hear me? 3, 2, 1. Can you hear me?
Static Selector.
Yeah.
We're working too.
Boston.
I mean, my man had to run across 3.
Yeah.
We're working too.
Boston.
I mean, God damn.
Glera, what up, my brother? Peace signs up to my boy, the Glera. Everybody throw the peace signs up to the Glera. Peace signs up for the Glera. And put some context to the Glera, my guy, the Glera. This is how it all starts. So back in July of last year, a whole year ago, I did a video with my perspective, JFK's perspective, the Karen Reed case. And one morning, the Glera, who has a big platform, he's doing good. He's growing it. He's got I think something like 50,000 subscribers. He does a great show. You got to check the Glera out. He's a funny bastard. He's creative. He's fun. And I was watching him, and and one morning, Kevy Kev hit me up and was like, "Hey, the Glera is playing your video on his morning show," and I'm like, "Yeah." And he played my video, and that helped me to where I'm at now. So peace to the Glera. I'll always be thankful for that, because he didn't have to do that. And that's what it's about, putting people over. The Glera knows how this goes. He's been at it for a long time. So peace to the Glera. Will, what up? Hope all is well, homie.
Shout out to the Glera.
Oh, yeah.
What up, Glera? Yeah, good dude too. I met him.
Oh yeah, we met him. I met him too.
Yeah, you met him too.
Yeah. He's from he's a Miami boy, but you know he's got that Boston love. You're a Chi-Town boy. You got that Boston love. He's he's part of the he's down by law. You know what I mean?
Yep,
Um,
yep.
but yeah. So with that being said, right, Cotty, man, there's been so much shit going on. You're saying they're handing out life. Can you
Yep.
just give me a little taste of what you mean by that?
Man, the judge just is giving out life. I'm pretty sure everybody's been watching the Cash Out, the rapper, the Cash Out.
Hmm.
You remember the
Yeah.
song he had? I'm cashing out. I'm cashing out. Well, he got life in 70 years. His mother got 30 years, and his brother, his cousin, got 2 life sentences plus 95 years.
Damn.
For
Yeah.
what though? They hit him with a Rico?
Oh yeah. Now they was for pimping. Now the story I'm talking about tomorrow, it's gonna be way darker, way sinister. I mean, it's some jaw
God
dropping
damn,
shit.
Cotty.
Yeah, yeah. You know, I like to dig deep. Pause, but
Disclaimer. God damn, son. God damn.
God damn.
God damn.
God
You
damn.
gotta calm the
Cotty.
fuck down. It's a PG show.
God
Oh
damn.
shit,
God
man.
damn, man.
Holy shit, man.
Oh,
Cotty
but-
fucking wilding out. Question
God
mark, question
damn,
mark.
Cotty.
God damn, Cotty. What are you doing, man? Hold on, man. You wrong, man. Hold on.
Oh, man.
Don't come to Massachusetts, whatever you do.
Going back to
Southside.
Massachusetts.
Oh shit.
Something's telling me I must go home.
Let's drop it like this. Yes, I go by the name of JFK.
Go by
got
the
up
name
in
of
there?
James Jackson.
Who else we got?
Cardi's perspective. Yeah, yeah.
Let's go. So we're all going through this trauma, right? We lost fucking Theo. We lost Hulk Hogan. We lost Ozzy. I mean, goddamn. We lost homeboy from Reservoir Dogs, and just the other day too, the
Oh,
other
yeah,
actor
yeah.
there.
Damn.
I mean, damn, man, everything's just in real time, man. It makes you just want to stay in your fucking house and lock the door.
But we talked about this though. They lived a hell of a life, man. So it's what you leave behind. And it's, is it going to age well? And JFK's always said this. So back to yesterday's live, is it going to age well? JFK and I talked about that, and we know we may have got off topic a little bit. That stuff might not age well, but to get to the point that we were trying to get to, that will age well. But going at other creators and going at this person is not going to age well for anybody.
We never want to go at anybody. That's not our goal, to go at anybody. But at the end of the day, sometimes you got to just you got to speak up and say, yo, what are we doing here? Like, what's the, you know what I mean? And that's what it is. And I feel that we earn the right to say that. It's not like we're coming from a place where we didn't put in the work to say that. And we don't have a relationship with these people. Like, if I say something about towards the young jerks, not in a negative way, but like, yo, Mikey needs to get on this, or the Glaren needs to get on this. It's not in a negative way. You know what I mean? I know these guys.
Because you feel comfortable.
I feel comfortable with doing it. You know what I mean? And like, we're in this world. The people that are not in this world can take it as a misconception. Like, oh, he's coming at him. But nah, if you're in this world, like the Glare every day, he gets up, he's putting a show together. He just did a show similar to the show we're doing tonight, where we're going to talk about some Higgins shit and let you get some perspective on it, because you don't know much about the case. He had a couple of cats on there. I think one of them's name's Monty or something like that.
Yeah.
If I seen it earlier, and he did the same thing, talking about the TB case. They're not really familiar with how this all goes down, but it's preparation. At the end of the day, you got to hit them up. You got to book the show. You got to get the clips together. You got to somewhat get a beginning, a middle, and end, and then you let it flow, right? And he has a bigger chat than me. He's got He's got 15,000 people watching him, so the chat's moving all fast, and you're trying to at the same time take care of the chat and talk to them, go back and forth, and at the same time do the show. So it's when you're in this space, there is a technique to it. That's what I'm trying to say. So sometimes when you're having passion and you're saying, hey, we need to get on this, we need to get on that, they, the chat can take it as, hey, you disrespecting this one. It's like, nah, I earn the right to say what I need to say, and they know, the creators know the type of vibes I'm on because they live it every day. But it just is what it is. That's what comes with the territory, and that's why I wanted to be clear today. But if you do want to see that spicy show last night, it's on the membership section, and it's on the highest membership. You're probably not gonna like it. You got to get a dozen of fuckery donuts, which is $15.99, and you could see it for $15.99. Or you could go to James Jackson. I think, what are you selling it for on your channel?
I think I'm selling it for, I think I might be selling it for $8.99.
Go to James Jackson. He got it for cheaper.
When you come to me, you get it for $8.99. I don't want to step on your toes.
No, that's all right. But keep in mind, you're already here. The time you get to James Jackson, you can already just hit the button here.
God damn.
You're slanging membership. Hold on a minute. I got to take it up to 39,000. God damn, James. You blew up the spot.
How y'all feel out there?
Oh, yeah.
Let's go!
It's the place to be, as it is plain to see. He is DJ Round, and I am 3, 2, 1.
Static beats never get old, I'll tell you that.
Never.
No, yeah. so soulful.
Yeah,
Right.
Static's in Hawaii right now. He's coming back tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah, he's out there for his daughter's 10th birthday. Little Holly just turned 10. And
man,
so happy birthday to
birthday.
Holly. Yeah.
Happy birthday.
He took that 11-hour flight with his baby moms. That was pretty interesting.
Oh, wow.
Oh yeah, we let that go.
He's like, bitch, get on the plane. We going to Hawaii. Shut up. God damn, Stat.
Damn, Stat. Shit.
Yeah, so what I want to do is, before I jump into what I'm going to jump into, Kevy Kev, he's been real quiet. Kevy Kev, talk to the people. My man, Kevy Kev is the 6th man of the year. Kevy Kev got all the passion. Let's go, people. How many people want a Let's Go, people merch t-shirt? I think we need to make one ASAP. Let's go, people.
I think
He
we
coined that.
Oh, God damn.
He coined that
one.
phrase right there. Go ahead. You want to talk to the chat? Go ahead, Kevy Kev.
Nah, man, just want to give a shout out to everybody, man. Welcome back. Good seeing Cody up here, man. I watched him, through COVID and shit with the 50 bar challenge. He was a part of that. It was a good time, a low
Appreciate
time
the love.
for everybody that needed a little picking up,
Yeah, we had fun. Man.
that was another time that was a lot of, mental health issues and shit in the world. And, we all needed something to focus in on and shit, which was a good thing,
You looking real smooth, Kevy Kev. Did you do something
God
different?
damn. Yeah,
Look at the
shaved
beard
that-
on this kid.
I shaved that Billy Goat beard off. And
Yeah,
shit.
you look like $1 million, bro. What do you got, a movie role coming up?
Yeah, man.
Oh,
At the secret sauce. Or
God
something.
he's
damn, I
got-
didn't want
he's
to tell
got-
anybody and shit.
he's got that. He got that secret sauce in there.
Yo, come on, are you sure?
Oh, shit.
Are you
Yo,
sure?
it's all right, bro. I put the secret sauce in before.
Oh, my
Dave can't tell you.
Are you sure? Nah, you can see some grays.
Looks good though, brother. Hey, it's all love, bro. Hey, you got to do what you got to do, man.
Yeah,
I'm a
look
little
like
younger
you.
than you. Hey, I'm a little
Yeah,
younger
yeah.
than you guys.
Hey,
you
yo,
know what I'm
my shit ain't even gray. My shit's white now.
I know, it
what I
looks
mean?
good. Mine's
Yeah,
like in between, half gray, half white.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Nah,
Nah, you look good though.
I had that big old Billy Goat beard on.
It looks
last
good though,
night.
like that. It looks smooth like that, bro.
Yeah, it
You
looks
look good.
smooth. Looks
Yeah,
good,
it's
man.
Yeah.
Pause.
Five.
Pause.
Damn, Kevin, look like you ready to take. Looks like you ready to take that ride in that Lotus with Nan.
God
Oh,
damn. What
shit.
up, Dan? The top down and shit.
Nah, that shit. I don't think it's got a top.
What you talking about? Top down.
That shit's 250 grand.
Oh, don't
man,
come
Nan,
with
That
the
shit
top.
got the hard. That got
I
the
don't-
hard top.
yeah, that shit, man. She Nan got a whole garage full of whips, bro. She was like, because we're in the garage with Nan, and I got the SL. And
How
she's like, look
crazy
at
is
all.
that?
She's like, look at all my cars. She goes in the phone, man. She's got like every whip. She's got an M5. She's got a Porsche truck, a Porsche, another Porsche, this, that, fives. Everything's a 5-speed too. I'm like, everything's a 5. She's like, yeah, she likes whipping the 5-speed. Nan's wild, man. She's a wild woman. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
But yeah, so there's a cat in this whole Karen Reed thing, Cotty. His name is Higgins. He's also known, he's an ATF agent. He's probably watching right now. And when I say that, it's a very good
bullshit.
it's a very good possibility he could be watching. He actually called into the JFK, James Jackson, Kev, Fuckery Donut Shop one day and said his name was Kevin from South Boston. It took about 22 seconds for your man JFK to realize, wait a minute, is this Higgins?
Yep.
I knew it was him. It became a big thing in this movement. It took off. It was a viral moment. It's been everywhere. It's been on 94.5. It's been on Howie Carr. It's Vinny from Court TV knows about it. I mean, everybody that knows about this Karen Reed case, it's right as one of maybe one of the top things, if not the top thing that happened in the Karen Reed case, as far as one of the witnesses, because he's a witness / suspects, because he's a witness saying Karen did it, but we're saying that he did it. And we got him to the point, remember we showed you the waterfall video where the pizza man grabbed his arm, Chris Albert. We were playing that video, and it got him to the point where he felt he needed to call in and say, you guys are wrong. You wrong. And when this comes out that she actually did it, are you going to ride with me? So that is who Higgins is. We like to call him Kevin from South Boston. But what we told you was we were talking last time about the text messages, and we're going to get into the text messages between him and Karen Reed. Now, I want you to keep in mind, he is on the stand. This was not this trial that just passed. This trial that just passed, they hit him. They got Slick, the guy Hank Brennan, and he didn't put him on the stand. For whatever reason, we could get more into that, but he wasn't on the stand this time around. But the last trial, last year, he was on the stand. He read the text messages. Now, be clear, these text messages that he read were all behind the back of John O'Keefe, the guy who passed away, the Boston police officer, R.I.P. Officer John O'Keefe, behind his back. And this was supposed to be his friend. So I just wanted to give you some perspective, and I'm about to run that, get into that real quick. Talk to the people, James.
Yeah, so Cardi, this guy here, it's not so much too that he was a suspect. He was going behind John O'Keefe's back, like JFK said. I think we talked about it last time when she broke out the Henny. That's where we left it with you. She broke out the Henny Rock. So after that happened, they had a few texts back in between time. In the meantime, John O'Keefe will be at work, what have you. They would be texting. She ended up going to his house, and allegedly things got weird. She said she never hooked up with him. She went back to John O'Keefe. John O'Keefe asked her, are you and Higgins sleeping together? Did you guys hook up? Basically, he asked her. And she said no. And then all the text messages came out in court after John died. But our question is, how come in the beginning, when the cops grabbed her, why didn't she bring Higgins up and say, I just want to let you guys know I was speaking to this other guy behind his back, and he might have been upset because I said some things to him that may have upset him. She said something to the effect of what? Correct me if I'm wrong, JFK. She said, "Oh, John said sometimes you talk out of school." So that's something that stayed in Higgins' head. Oh, he thinks I talk out of school. So
there's a lot of moving pieces, and it's all gonna make sense after you hear these text messages. You're gonna get like, so right now you might be a little confused, but it's all gonna make sense after you hear the text messages. Go ahead, Kev. You want to say something to enlighten Cody?
Yeah, Cody. And keep in mind, Cody, that this dude is an ATF agent.
Yeah.
He's like a fucking chameleon. He can become your boy in 2 seconds. And hang with you. The next thing you know, he's fucking signing a RICO. He's a fucking train creeper. You know what I was thinking,
Kevy? I was thinking that picture at the airport was just for show. I don't even think he's going on vacation. I just think he wants people to think he's on vacation, going on vacation, and he's really still in the Cape because he knows other people are on their way there.
Hey, Kevin from South Boston, if you're watching, where you at, bro? Where'd you end up going, man?
Yeah.
Where you at? Are you chilling, man? Stay away from them riptides, man. Stay away from the ocean, man. And riptides are dangerous. We don't want to see nothing happen to you, buddy.
Everybody mentioned Kevin from South Boston, but they didn't mention the guy behind him. The guy behind him is either his partner or he works in the ATF too. They're standing the same exact way. They both got their arms crossed the same exact way, and they both got the same fucking miserable look on their face.
What the duck coming through with the 5 gifted JFK membership?
Turbulence in the chat. Can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Any evidence other than physical evidence? Did you look at any data evidence?
I don't know what you mean, data.
Like data you would find on a cell phone. When you were doing differential diagnosis, did you look at any information that would tell you?
When you were doing differential diagnosis, did you look at any information that would tell you
what the speed of that impact may have been or allegedly was?
Well, it didn't hit him, so it doesn't matter.
See, that's an expert who basically she peeked the whole case. I believe her testimony is what did it for the jury. She was on our side. She was a key witness, and and Hank Brennan, the guy Hank Brennan, actually used her before.
Yeah, he knew her.
He knew her on his side in a case, and he brought her in because she does autopsies and she knows everything about death, right? That's who she is, right? She's a crazy doctor. She did like 3,000 autopsies. So she was testifying on the defense's side. Hank Brennan is on the prosecution side, the guy who's talking. And she basically, and he keeps trying to say, did you look at the data to see it's possible, like, that she could have got hit? And she was like, fuck the data. It doesn't matter the data. There's no way the car hit him. And she kept just doubling down. And honestly, that's what got Karen Reed found not guilty, because it was her testimony, in my opinion. So what the duck? Thank you for the Scotty Bello, right? No, not Scotty Bello. That's the other one. It was I just asked the chat, they'll tell you.
Chat.
They got all the names. What's her name again? How do you say it?
How do you say her name?
I fuck everybody's names up.
I know.
James, she loves you.
Right. Scotty Bello.
What up?
No, it wasn't Scotty Bello. Scotty Bello was
okay, I see.
La Posada.
La
Posada. Yeah.
Dr. La Posada.
Yeah. She's a beast, though.
No, because I heard she did like autopsies on like 300.
She did 3,000.
3,000.
She did that whole
3,000
Rhode Island nightclub fire.
Yes.
3,000. So like she can look at a body, look at a body and tell how it
tell
died.
you how,
you know what I mean?
how it,
And she's like, listen, that truck did not hit him and killed him. It was something
Exactly.
else. And Hank Brennan kept trying to say, but you sure you didn't look at the data that
Bingo.
she backed up at this time? And you sure it's not possible she could have hit him? She's like, I don't give a fuck about what the data says. Maybe she backed up and she was doing burnouts. It doesn't matter what she was doing. The truck
If
didn't
she was
kill him.
doing donuts.
I don't give a fuck. And she was like, a matter of fact, right? Do you know National Donut Day is in November, not fucking July, Hank Brennan?
God damn.
Damn. Clean.
God
Hey,
damn.
friend, did you get your dozen of fuckery donuts?
Shit. Let's get into our boy Kevin from South Boston. Where'd you go, Kevin? Don't act like we can't find out, Kevin.
Yeah, I know.
Kevin
Where'd
didn't-
you go?
yeah, he didn't go anywhere,
He
man.
probably.
Kevin from South Boston. Keep in mind, we can always find out where you're at. We got that
Yeah,
plug.
are you hiking in
Goddamn.
Colorado?
Nah, he's in Cape. He's in the Cape, still at his crib.
He's hiking. He's hiking up in Arizona.
Wherever
Like
he is,
Red-
you got a
and
bag
catfish.
full of ATF hats and fucking coins he's about to give to whatever gym he goes
This is on
to.
that same date of January 13th. Is that correct?
I believe so. The date's not at the top here, but I believe it is.
And keep in mind, my brother,
Damn.
keep in mind, this is when he took the corner. Remember, we told you when he first seen Karen, right? Remember, we told you, give him some insight on that, Kevy Kev. Break that down to him real quick. How he took the corner, how he met Karen.
Yeah, he's you know, he supposedly he's rolling into work, and he rolls by John O'Keefe's fucking house, sees Karen out there, you know, doing some yard work and shit for John, and he rolls up and he's starting to small talk shit, and Karen's like, hey, keep it fucking moving. My man's a Boston cop. And he starts, talking some small talk and shit. And after that, they start texting and shit. He gives her a fucking nickname, Weed Whacker.
The Weed Whacker girl. Yep.
Yo, where'd they get that emoji from? That shit is
God
so.
damn.
I mean, come on, man. That looks so-
That's only the ATF can only get that.
right?
CBS.
That's an ATF emoji.
Let's get into it. Gotti, introducing Kevin from South Boston, Brian Higgins. Hey, Brian Higgins, we're introducing Chi-Town, south side of Chicago.
Now what
to
about
your dumbass? Go ahead, brother.
what about and Cotty, JFK always likes me to highlight this a little bit, but at the time this dude's creeping on Karen, she's out there maintaining John's property. So how you thinking she's feeling about John?
Right.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying?
So she's putting in work, and this is John's house. This is not her house. And keep in mind, Karen Reed got her own crib, her own house, like a mansion. It's got like 4 or 5 rooms, not a mansion, but it's like she got a lot of rooms, right? She had like 3 or 4 rooms or something, 4 or 5 rooms or something. She's got like a big crib. The point is, she sold it for 800 racks, so it was a nice fucking house. So she didn't need John's house, and she's out there doing yard work for John. So that gives you perspective of how she was so invested into John at the time. And here he comes trying to intercept that and interrupt that. Check it out. Here we go.
And again, sir, if you could read from that page of communication as far as who was speaking and what was said.
So there's a photograph of somebody with a weed whacker. The defendant said, no, you're not a creep. I said, nope. She said, you're kind of a loner, which I used to be. I responded, no, not really. I have a ton of buddies, but I only let a handful of friends in that I'm tight with. So you think you got me figured out? And then I typed circle of tribe.
Now, if I could direct your attention to page 9. And it's going to be that page 9. And again, sir, if you could read from page 9 as far as that conversation goes, it just indicates whom is speaking at different points.
Okay, so the defendant said, I prefer a weed whacker. I responded, that's the thing about nicknames. Defendant said, we were tossing around the idea of a short vacay with the current show, wanted to see if you were game. I responded, you don't have a say. And I believe I was referring to nicknames. And I said, vacation where? Defendant responded, I know. They need to happen organically. I'm the queen of nicknames. Was just going to rent a beach house in, I believe it was supposed to say Fort Lauderdale. It's abbreviated. Something quick and easy. I said, Defendant responded, I'm the queen of vacays too. Always a good time. I responded, I'm going to Nashville next month, 19 to 20.
This dude's a clown.
Queen of nicknames, bro.
Yo, you think about the fucking nickname shit though for a minute there. Like, what about like, hey baby, like, hey, what's up, cutie? Hey, sweetie. This motherfucker goes with Weed Whacker. Yo,
Yeah.
Weed Whacker.
Yeah, she was right about him. He is a loner.
Exactly.
So let me give you some perspective. Real quick on exactly what's going down here. So now he already pulled up to her, right? And he already talked to her. For somehow or another, now keep in mind, 2 weeks before this, John and Karen got into a little beef in Aruba, right? So this was basically payback. Karen was checking her market value. So she went behind John's back and she reached out to him. So she's the one that got Higgins' phone number and hit Higgins up. So be clear, Karen's the one who went out, tracked down his phone number, and hit him up. And at first, prior to these texts right here, a couple of before, she hit him up and he's like, "Who's this?" And she said, "It's the Weed Whacker girl." And then the conversation goes on from there. So she went behind John's back to talk to him. But keep in mind, she was only checking her market value because she felt slighted. So for something that happened 2 weeks before, and she just didn't feel like herself. But he took it and ran with it. He should have right off the bat, bros over hoes, should have shut it the fuck down. But he didn't. And it's going to get more into that. So check this out.
The 21st for a benefit. One of our guys got shot in the head. You guys should come.
As far as either one of those trips that you were discussing, do you recall any further discussion or any going on any of those trips?
Well, I definitely went to Nashville for that benefit for one of my coworkers. There may have been more conversation about the Florida trip, but I can't specifically recall it.
Now, sir, if I could direct your attention to page 16, and Ms. Gilman, if I can have that. And this is on that same date of January 13th, is that correct?
I believe so. The date's not at the top here, but I believe it is.
And again, sir, if you could read from that page of communication as far as who was speaking and what was said.
So there's a photograph of somebody with a weed whacker. The defendant said, "No, you're not a creep." I said, "Nope." She said, "You're kind of a loner," which I used to be. I responded, "No, not really. I have a ton of buddies, but I only let a handful of friends in that I'm tight with. So you think you got me figured out?" And then I typed "circle of trust" in quotes.
And sir, if I could direct your attention to the next page, number 17.
Trust in the
Circle of trust.
He hangs with Plevlin, dude, and he's got a
And
circle
again, sir,
of trust.
if you could read from page 17 as far as what is said and who is talking.
So the defendant said, "Yeah, I said loner, not loser. I assume you know a lot of people, PPL, people abbreviated. You never really can figure anyone out completely. Your dad died when you were young." And I responded, "He died in March of 2020. I'm so not a loser. You won't figure me out. LOL. Defendant responded, no one is a loser. I just didn't mean loner to imply friendless. I'm sorry that's recent. It wasn't COVID, was it? I responded, cancer. Defendant responded, I know you date girls who don't lock the house behind them and you are private and observant. I'm sorry, what kind? I responded, lung, brain, kidney, and pelvis. How do you know all these things? LOL.
I'd like to turn your attention to the next page, 18. And again, sir, if you could read from that.
In the blue bubbles is me. I said, you're funny. Defendant responded, yikes. Wow, that's rough. Jesus, I'm sorry. We chat a lot at the hillside. I responded, don't be sorry. Life is hard sometimes. I always figure it out. And then I said, who chats? ? Defendant responded, life is hard, but losing people is the hardest. So I'm sorry. We chat. I responded, that's all you got? We chat? Sure. You're from Brockton. Spit it out. Defendant responded, you and I chatted about the girl who kept forgetting to lock the door. I said, oh, she has been out of play like for 3 months now. And then I believe it starts to say out of rotation, ?
And then, sir, if I could direct your attention to page 20. And again, sir, if you could read from that.
I'm in the blue bubbles again. I said, I just got a Saturday invite. The defendant said, did you say yes? ? I said, not yet, with a bunch of periods, but did respond. Defendant said, what did you say, Mr. Elusive?
He's talking about the invite, right? Now, this is the invite to John's house to watch the Patriots game. Now, he's talking behind John's back. He's telling Karen, John's girl, that he just got the invite to go watch the game.
From her man.
Wow.
Fucking.
Yeah, that's a weasel.
Oh man.
Hey, why you just say the web of deception?
Man.
Shit. That's classic. Connie was like, "That's a weasel right there." You're goddamn right, it is.
Shit. So we've had a beaver, we've had a weasel, we've had a couple animals up in the chat.
Absolutely. Watch what he says. Watch this shit.
Elusive. I responded, no, I just don't want to intrude on your couples night. Haha, I'm shy. The defendant responded, we prefer to hang out with non-couples. Bob Gallery is probably coming too, solo. We'll probably do cards or something at some point. I'm inviting you. And I said, haha.
Now, sir, is that the Saturday night that's being referenced there? Is that the same night that you had gone over to your home at some point for the Patriots game?
Yes.
Crazy.
And if I could direct your attention to the next page, page 21.
Yes.
And again, if you could read from that page.
The defendant said, John said Brian's being wishy-washy now, in quotes. I responded, haha, did you tell him you texted me? The defendant responded, no. And then I gave a thumbs up. Then I said, you cranky now, question mark. Defendant said, haha, no, just stop being so anti-couples. Most couples don't even like each other. I said, name a few. Defendant said, name a few? I don't know. All of them. Question mark. They all want to hang out with single people. And then I said,
Thank you. Sir, if I could direct your attention to page 26. And sir, if I could ask you to read from that page.
In blue is going to be myself again. Foul ball. Defendant responded, you stink. I said, you suck and you're double trouble. Defendant responded, you're hot. I responded, are you serious or messing with me?
Damn.
Defendant responded, no, I'm serious. I responded, failing is mutual. Is that bad? How long have you thought that? Defendant responded, are you okay driving? You don't want to stay here. I responded back, I'm fine. I have an office at the PD. You didn't answer the question.
Keep in mind, are you driving? You don't want to stay here. This is after the Patriots game. This is after he left. Right? Are you okay driving? You don't want to stay here. She's saying, do you want to stay here? James Jackson, put into context, who was there at the Patriots game and what went down at this Patriots game?
So that night when they were watching the Patriots game, it was him. It was this guy here, this piece of shit, Kevin from South Boston. It was John O'Keefe, whose house it was. Karen, who, allegedly hit John O'Keefe, but was free.
You wrong.
And the children were there too. So now the
kids were there.
The two kids are upstairs. Now she told him, stay here. So me and JFK always bounce this question off each other. What do you think would have happened if he stayed there? I mean, they did break out the Henny.
Ask Cardi. What do you think was? Do you think that
that's
she
what
would
I'm asking to Cardi? What do you think would have happened?
Yeah, I mean, from what it sounds like to me, she was opening the door for him to have access.
Yep.
Goddamn, Cardi.
You wrong.
A duck
you
is
wrong.
a duck.
You wrong. You wrong. You wrong.
He wanted to restring that weed whacker.
God damn.
God damn.
Damn, Karen. Cardi said, man, you let him in for access.
God
I knew that.
damn.
God damn it, Karen. You're free now.
Easy access.
Most weed whackers are just a bump and go.
Oh, shit.
Oh, man. No.
That's crazy.
Karen Reed is free. God damn, Karen.
And then it starts to say, defendant said, rather you stay here.
And is that, to your memory, when is that text exchange taking place? In reference to the night that you went over to the Okies?
I believe it was that night.
Now, at Mr. O'Keefe's house on that
Karen's
particular
looking
evening,
right at him,
do you recall how you came into the house?
I've been in that court. I've never seen it.
I believe it might have been the front door.
And
Ooh, see that
if you know about how
swallow?
long were you at Mr. O'Keefe's house that night?
I was probably one of the last people to leave, I think.
And
Dude, I'll give Karen this though, man. She's got a lot of balls and a lot of heart.
Yeah.
To know that her business was gonna get thrown out like that, that wasn't one of her best shining moments. But let me ask you a question, Cotty. Right? I know this is jumping way ahead, right? So now, just off you knowing this, right? That she wanted him to stay after, right? And then we told you about the text message after the bar footage that you seen, right? At 12:20. Are you coming here?
Yeah.
Higgins to John O'Keefe. Do you remember that, Cotty?
Yep.
Right? So now, after hearing this, it would sound like he was jealous of John and he wanted to fight John over Karen, right? Is that what you is that what you're feeling? Are you there yet?
Or John knew something was up.
But hold on, let's just that too. No question. I'm not denying that. But I just want to know, is Cotty there yet? Does he see that Higgins had a problem with John and it had something to do with Karen? Do you see that? Do you see that yet? Because I know the last show has been like what, 2 weeks. So I don't know how long you've been sitting on it. But here's the point. When she gets arrested for allegedly killing John, she never once mentioned this situation.
Yeah, she didn't want her business out there. Not like that because, no, like you said, it's not one of her brightest moments. People don't like what they did in the dark to come to light. And that's just what happens. No matter, overall, we as people, we go have that. They call it skeletons, they call it whatever they want to call it. But when it comes, especially on the biggest stage, it's not going to look good.
Cotty's Perspective, ladies and gentlemen. If you haven't subscribed to Cotty, it's right there in my header. Disclaimer.
Thank you.
It's right there in the header at Cotty's Perspective. Where we at now? Let me go to Cotty's channel real quick because we're trying to get him up to 200 subs. We're working over here too.
Yeah,
let me get it twisted.
I mean, like
we got it up to 100. We got it up to 133 so far, Cotty.
Yeah,
love
y'all,
right?
love it.
So
love y'all
60
guys.
more.
Come on. We need 60
more.
more. Let's go. We got 181 people right in the header of the video. Karen Reed is free at Cotty's Perspective. I need you guys to go run over to Cotty's page right now and go hit that sub button. He's at 133. Let's get it up to 200 if we can, people. And let's continue.
Let's go, people.
I mean, like I'm looking at Karen Reed's face right now. Like, she got, she got that salty look. Like, oh my God, this is the worst.
Yeah.
If I could do anything right now, I just want to escape right now.
Well, I'm gonna tell you this, Cotty. I got the opportunity to be in the courtroom twice, and every other person that was on that stand, witness, she looked at them like what's up, like all about business. I felt like this witness, she looked at him like, what's he gonna say? How much is he gonna tell them? She look at her face, man. She looking at him.
Do you think where she was dating a cop, she was kind of worried about exposing, like just knowing, he's an ATF agent. I'm gonna ruin his career. Do you think she was worried about him at some point? Or you think she was just,
She just got a murder pinned on her. Why doesn't she bring up the ATF agent that she's secretly going behind John O'Keefe's back with, having whatever they had? Why doesn't she bring that up and say, and you saw the bar footage where there was some shit definitely popped off at the bar. And she heard whatever happened in the car. She's the only one that will know. And Karen and John, will take that.
Well, the only reason why I say what I'm saying is that you got to remember she was at a Boston cop's house with her Boston police officer boyfriend talking to an ATF agent, and this motherfucker ends up dead. And could she be thinking that these motherfuckers are gonna come after me? You know what I'm saying? I'm just
Mhm.
saying, James, it's
I
over.
would think
She's
so.
free.
Yeah, I would think so too.
But in some aspect, do you think like,
God,
damn,
he's like, you're fucking right. Did you ever see
got
New
little
Jersey
old
Drive,
me.
motherfucker?
You got little old me right here, and all these other motherfuckers got a fucking badge and a gun.
Yeah,
Like-
but all the women that are with them are safe, man.
God,
It's not like
I just want to tell you real quick, just to add to what my crew is saying right now. This shit is just a fraction of this case. So as we keep continuing on, bringing you up here, and I'm doing my best to make this show better than the last one, and doing my best to get you to understand. And I think Kevy's doing a great job, James Jackson, and you're very articulate. You pick shit up fast. So, but this is just a small little thing.
yeah. there's so
Wait till it
much.
just starts opening up. Your mind's gonna be fucking blown. So let's just continue. That's all I can say. Let's continue.
Yeah.
What, if anything, happened as you were exiting from Mr. O'Keefe's house that night?
So as I was exiting the house, it was either through the breezeway or the garage. And as we were walking out, the defendant planted a kiss on me.
Now, before you went out that way, where was Mr. O'Keefe? Did you say goodbye to him or anything like that?
I think I said goodbye to him. He might have been in the bathroom. I'm not 100% positive where he was.
And when you went to leave, which exit from the house were you headed to initially?
Well, as I said, I don't remember exactly if it was the breezeway or the garage. I was starting to walk through, but whichever way I started to exit, the defendant told me to go a different way.
And which way did the defendant tell you to go?
Well, her way. I honestly can't tell you which door that was. If it was either the breezeway or the garage.
And as you were going out, again, I'm sorry, what happened?
The defendant kissed me.
And how did she kiss you?
Not like a friend.
Lip to lip, is that fair to say?
Yes.
Like a romantic kiss?
That's the way I interpreted it.
And were you still inside the house at the time that this occurred, or were you outside the house, if you know?
Not sure if we had just got to the outside or not. It might have. I'm not sure if it was close proximity to leaving.
And what was your reaction to that?
I was taken back.
Is that something that you were expecting?
No.
And about how long was it between when the defendant kissed you and when you left?
Through Rula, it's easier to connect with a therapist who specializes in you. Tell us what's important and
almost immediately.
Now, sir, if I could turn your attention back to the exhibit before you on page number 27.
Yes.
Again, sir, if you could read from that page and who's speaking.
So I'm in the blue bubbles, and I said, I think you're messing with me. The defendant said, why do you think that? I responded, because this is so out of left field. Where did these feelings come from? The defendant responded, I just think you're like me. I said, meaning? Question mark. The defendant said, do you have your own kids? I said, I have no kids. How am I like you? Question mark. Hello. And the defendant responded, aren't we alike? I responded, I think so. So why did you get my number and reach out to me? And I think the defendant put a question mark on that bubble, I believe. Or I might have, I don't know.
Now, that conversation, as far as you asking her about why she reached out to you, how often was that question asked by you through the course of these text communications?
Well, the extent of the actual communication via text between the defendant and I was between January 12th and January 29th when John passed. On the 28th and 29th, the 28th, I sent a text, as we spoke about before, when we were at the waterfall. That text didn't respond. There was a text sent by the defendant to me the next day. So in that time period between the 12th and the 29th, there was 9 days that the defendant and I exchanged text messages. With that being said, those text messages, I don't believe, were every day, consecutive days. There was 9 days in between the 12th and the 29th.
And so as far as that questioning, as far as posing to her, why did she reach out to you? Was that something that you asked once or more than once?
Yeah, I asked it more than once. And during the pendency of this communication, I was basically trying to suss out what the intentions were of the defendant. Was the defendant interested in me? Was she at the end of her relationship with John? Was she trying to weaponize me against John and put me in the middle? There was numerous things.
Jay, you're muted.
You?
Bro, my bad. Yo, this dude's a professional, huh? Was she trying to weaponize me?
I was sussing it out. Like, bro, she's a girl. Like, what do you mean you were sussing it out? She's
Then he
not a
called her the
fucking
defendant.
suspect.
You
Yeah,
notice how he called her the defendant? He don't even call her own name, Cotty. He's like
I
the
noticed that.
defendant. The
I noticed
defendant.
that.
Now keep in mind, she just got found not guilty. All right, twice. This is the first trial. She did the first one, this trial right here, hung jury. Second one, not guilty, straight up. This guy right here is a suspect of John O'Keefe's murder. And here he is on the stand, ATF, looking right at the jury. The jury's right now. Tell them where the jury is, because you've been in this courtroom, James Jackson. Where's the jury to where Higgins is at right now?
So to the left of him. So if
how close is it, would you say?
I could
Is
reach
it close?
I could reach out and touch his shoulder.
Wow.
And so he's putting on a show right now, Cotty.
Yeah. To reach out, the party. But that's what they do with that shit on purpose. They make the courtroom so small, right? So you're very, it's very small. The jury's right there. The victim's family is sitting right next. So when they show her, that dude you see with the bald head that keeps leaning over looking at the screen, that's his brother.
That's his brother.
So
just want to take this right quick. The Paranoid by Black Sabbath, Crazy Train is Ozzy. When he wasn't with Black Sabbath anymore, it was with Randy Rhoads. Well, guess what? That's some turbulence.
Yeah. Turbulence in the chat. Turbulence in the chat. Can you hear?
Go ahead, James.
No, so I mean, with that being said, shit, I forgot where I was at.
The guy that's looking over, so the bald-headed guy on the other side, the other side where you see is the family. That's
it's just
on the left.
It's very compact in there, and then
The one that's on the left, of Karen, all the people that are on the left of Karen are all the family.
So
the
the
victim,
jury's
John
on this
John
side,
O'Keefe's family.
and John O'Keefe's family's on this side, and Karen's people are right behind her. But so you can't look at John O'Keefe's family. You can't look at the jury. It's very hard not to, because you want to see reactions when you see him say shit like that. So it's hot. I mean, bro, it was hot. I was looking at the jury like a motherfucker. I'm guilty as I was looking over there like that. What the fuck? Am I the only one seeing this shit?
Now, Cotty, the other thing too is they had other options in other courtrooms. This was kind of pre-planned to put these people in this order. I mean, they could have had a nice big courtroom with the Wi-Fi. They had a lot of trouble in this little courtroom in the very beginning because they just put the air conditioners in. They just installed Wi-Fi. They had to run wires for media.
You know what I think it was, Kevin? I think it was the closest. I think it was the furthest one away from the noise outside. I think that's why they picked it. I could be wrong, but I think that's why they picked it, because there's a lot of courtrooms in that courthouse that are a lot bigger, that you could set up shop, and the aesthetic look would be a lot. I mean, man, like I said, you could reach out and touch Higgins' shoulder, the jury.
But the way it was positioned with the families and the jurors, she was forced to stare at that fucking judge.
Right.
Yeah.
I just want to say one other. I want to say one other thing. We got goals in the chat, ladies and gentlemen. Goals in the chat. Populate them goals, and let's get the conversation moving. We got goals in the chat. Goals in different area codes, and let's talk to our boy Kevin from South Boston.
There's things that were going on. And that's what I was trying to vet out or suss out, or whatever you want to call it. But I was having a hard time accepting what was happening.
And sir, if I could direct you to the next page, page 28. And again, sir, if you could read from that page.
So I'm in the blue bubbles. Shoot straight with me. Defendant responded, I told you. I just think we're alike, right? Couple question marks. I responded, yes, agree. Now what? Defendant responded, I don't know. I said, shouldn't you know? Defendant responded, do you like me? I said, yes, from jump. Defendant said, when was jump? I said, first time I saw you. Defendant responded, when was that? I said, Hillside, for your sure.
If I could direct your attention to the next page, 29. If I could ask you to read from that, sir.
So again, I'm in the blue bubbles. Hillside for sure. When were you interested? Defendant responded, I don't know, you're just my type. I responded, you think you can handle me? I thought you were happy, question mark. Defendant responded, how do you know if I'm happy? I said, I just assumed. Defendant responded, are you hard to handle? I may have put a question mark. Then I said, what do you like about me? Defendant responded, I just feel like you're from my neighborhood. I said, yes, yeah, ditto. Defendant responded, and I think you're hot.
And if I could direct your attention to the next page, page 30. If I could ask you to read from that, sir.
I'm in the blue bubbles again. You really think that? I have always thought that about you. Defendant responded, what? I responded that you're hot, smart, witty, but I didn't think you were interested. Defendant responded, witty. I responded, yeah, meaning quick with a response. Tell me why you got my number and reached out to me. Defendant responded, just thought we were the same / from the same neighborhood. I responded, are you afraid to say what's on your mind? What's in your mind? And then I said, on. Defendant responded, no, didn't I? No, didn't I? Question mark.
And sir, if I can turn your attention, to the next page, 31, and ask you to read from that.
I'm glad I'm in the blue bubble again. I'm glad I stopped by. I should have come earlier. Do you really live in Mansfield? Defendant responded, yeah. I was basically begging you. I responded, you don't have to beg me. I meant to say beg. Defendant responded, huh? I said, I will give you what you want. How are you texting right now? And I said, leaving me hanging. Defendant responded, no. I typed kids and then kinda. Defendant responded, how am I texting? And I began to say, is everyone asleep?
As far as
man. You
fucking
scumbag.
Begging you, what did you take? Right?
That you wanted me to come over?
Sleeping.
And if I could turn your attention to the next page, 32.
You wrong. You wrong.
If I could ask you to
You
read from
wrong.
that page as well.
You wrong.
So it starts off with the defendant saying,
You wrong.
I just wide awake on my phone. Yes, they are. I said, I should have stayed LOL. So now what? Question mark. Defendant said, yes, you should have. I responded, that would have been distracting. So now what? So no, what? And then I said, now. Defendant said, now what? Question mark. I responded, balls in your court. Defendant said, what do you want? I responded, loaded question. What do you want? Question mark. Defendant responded, I asked you, exclamation point.
What a fucking pussy. Kevin is free, bro. Kevin from South Boston, she was throwing the punani at you.
Yep.
She was like, come through.
Yep.
She was like, ooh. Hold on, let me give it to Cotty. Cotty, what do you get out of that?
Man, listen, man, he dropped the ball. She's like, hey, man,
what's up, guys?
like, I don't
Kevin
know
from
what more, like, listen. She was like, here, listen, this and this and that, come through. And I don't know what he was on. Like, that is weird. And listen, Cuz just made the whole ATF look bad.
God damn. What damn, Gotti.
I said, Cuz just made the whole ATF look bad.
God.
You are all that you seem. And baby, I'm moving way too slow.
Oh, shit.
I've been a fool
The whole bunch of you guys.
To get my love caught in the slamming door.
I don't know how you work that. I don't know how you were supposed to try to get into that and you talk yourself out of it. That is wild work.
Be forever. Am I caught?
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. This one's explosive.
I in turn said, no, you initiated this.
If I could turn your attention to the next page, 33.
You
If I can ask you to read from that, sir.
I said, spit it out. I'm in the blue bubbles.
Spit it out. Yo, bro.
Over 15 months, independent R&B artist Tweez monthly
He
active.
said, spit it out.
Spit it out.
God damn.
God
She
damn.
did spit it out. She told you to come through, you fool.
Oh,
Keep in
man.
mind, keep in mind too. This is John's friend. All this shit's happening, and it's
I
fucking
responded,
John's
do
friend.
you have a boyfriend? Question mark. Defendant responded, where are you? Question mark. I said, Canton. Defendant said, where? Question mark. I responded, my office is at the PD. Why? Are you going to Mansfield? Question mark. Defendant responded, where is that? I said, Canton PD.
Where is
Defendant
that?
said, I have a house there from before I reconnected W. John. I responded, oh, I feel like you're not really saying what's on your mind.
I'd like to turn your attention to the next page, 34. And ask you to read.
Bro, she was saying what's that, Cotty?
She said what was on her mind. What the hell?
Yo, she didn't even answer when he said you got a boyfriend. He said you got a boyfriend, don't you?
This dude is the lamest. Like, what the hell is you talking for? Like, what the hell?
Fucking
You supposed to have been
lame.
in traffic.
Dude's a
You
lame.
supposed to have been in traffic, swerving, throwing your damn ATM buttons.
Dude's a fucking lame.
Yo, Cardi,
Appreciate the things that you two do, you and James, right? They're decorated dudes. They're decorated dudes.
Wow.
They're
I
decorated
never seen
dudes.
nobody, listen. This is the first. I mean, I just seen some people fumble the bag, but this dude really fumbled the bag. I did not know that the ATF moved like this. I did not know.
Dan Kevin from South Boston. Yo.
Fucking up the whole ATF.
Sound like he fumbled his own bag.
Damn, son. Yeah, that fucking big bag he picked up at the end of the night. God damn, Cotty.
He couldn't even seal the deal with
That is crazy. That is crazy. He didn't have to do no work. She was like, boom, boom, boom. All he had to do was just tie the bow tie, and it was a good present.
Yo, Cardi, you know what the crazy part is? Here's the ending. She's about to put out a movie. He could have already.
Hey, listen. JFK used to have this saying back in the day, and he definitely embodied that. Lazy is the new hustle.
Yep, lazy is the new hustle. Exactly, my brother. He was straight lazy. He was he was lazy in a motherfucker.
That's it.
Yeah, I remember that, Cardi. Lazy's the new hustle.
Defendant starts off and says, "Do you like me?" ? I responded, "Yes, clearly." Defendant said, "Come over my house."
What?
I responded, "When?" ? Defendant said, "When works for you?" I said, "Whoever," and then whenever. "When works for you?" ? The defendant said, "I asked you first."
Oh my
I responded,
God.
"I think you're messing with me." Defendant said, "I'm glad you came over tonight." With some type of.
Oh my God.
He said, "Tag, you're it."
Oh my God.
He said, "Tag, you're it."
Listen, this gotta go in the Hall of Fame. This gotta go in the Hall of Fame of lanes. Like, what the hell?
Oh, shit.
Oh my God.
Yo,
Damn.
shame, bro.
Damn. What the hell?
So we got.
Oh my God. Wow. This dude, man. I could tell he ain't had no women.
Hey, he's had some. I'll tell you, me and
I
Jay.
would say this. Maybe he had some women, but he had that sympathy package.
All right.
Yep.
And that's the worst package to get. You don't want the sympathy package.
No, hell no. Hell no. Oh my God, dude. That shit is fucking funny, bro.
That shit is crazy.
That dude is wild, man. I am mind boggled. What the hell is going on? Like, what?
Dude's a fuck got a lame with no game, fumbling the bag, fucking playing tag.
And where's he from?
He's from, well, he got a crib in West Roxbury. He's from Cambridge. He's a Cambridge dude.
From Cambridge.
But he got a crib in West Roxbury, and he's got a crib down the Cape.
Well, I ain't gonna put no dirt. I responded, no dirt on Cambridge.
Me too. Ball's in your court. What do you want, Aaron? You look great tonight.
Check it out.
I can direct your attention to the next page, 35, and the last or second to last blue bubble down the bottom, starting with "Are you glad?" Do you see that?
Page 35?
Yes.
And where is it again?
Second to last blue bubble, starting with "Are you glad?"
Yes. I said, I'm in the blue bubble. I said, "Are you glad you walked me out?" ?
And what did you respond?
Defendant said, yes, with like semicolon, some type of a mark there. "Are you?" ? And I said, DEF for definitely.
And if I could direct your attention to the next page, 36. And if you could, please read from that.
So at the top, I'm in the blue bubbles. It says yes. And then I said, "Are you going home tonight or tomorrow AM?" Defendant texted, "We kissed, right? ? So then I put a question mark on her question and said, "Is this a trick question?" Defendant said, "I don't know when I'm going home. I'm selling my house," with what I think is a smiley face. What a trick question, and a couple of question marks. I responded, "Are you moving to Canton? I'm following your lead with this." Defendant responded, I live here, but I have property in Enfield. I'm guessing it's Medfield. Defendant said, why my lead? I don't want any responsibility. I responded, you started this, right? Question mark. Why did you get my number? And it says reach out to me. It meant to say reach out to me. I then said, still have not told me.
And sir, if I could direct your attention to the next page 37 and ask you to read from that.
Defendant said, sorry, should I not have? I responded, I'm fine with it. Just don't know why you can't answer. Defendant said, you're mad at me? I said, OMG, no, not at all. You're being silly. Defendant said, I told you, exclamation point. I just think you're like me and I'm attracted to you. And then she said, a lot. I responded, feeling is mutual. I just never saw this coming. Defendant said, why? Question mark. I responded, because I just assumed you were happy with your situation. Defendant responded, I was, but things have deteriorated.
And if I could direct your attention to the next page 38 and ask you to read from that, sir.
I said, why? Question mark. How so? Question mark. What did Melissa say when you asked for my number? Question mark. Defendant responded, it is very, very complicated. He and I dated when we were kids, and then his sister died and everything got fucked up. I responded, he seems very into you. Defendant responded, I just told Melissa that I had your number but lost it. I said, that's...
We got some turbulence in the chat. I just want to take What the Duck coming through with the goals. What the Duck, we got... That's Paranoid by Becky G coming through. What up, Becky G? Thank you. That tiny courtroom was punishment from Bev because AJ complained about the first courtroom. Becky coming through again. These texts, though. Disclaimer. Ha, ha, ha. Thank you, Becky. What the Duck? I'm so embarrassed for him. What the Duck again with another $5. Best laughs ever. Thank you, What the Duck. And then she comes through. What the Duck? I need a Daily Cotty reaction video. His reaction to this nonsense are great. Thank you. Thank you so much, What the Duck.
Thank you.
That's cute. She wasn't suspicious? Question mark. Defendant responded, no, she's great. I responded, does she know you like me? Question mark. Defendant responded, she's a sweetie. We just agreed. You are great. With another smiley type face.
And sir, if I could direct your attention to page 40 and ask you to read from that.
Defendant said, yeah, but where is that? I have had all my shit here for a couple of years and my house has been vacant, but I'd like to get closer to the water. I responded, are you breaking up or staying together? Defendant responded, I don't know. He hooked up with another girl on vacation. I'm very close to his niece. It is a very fucked up situation. I responded, when was that and how did you find out he hooked up? Question mark. I don't want to complicate your situation. Defendant responded, we went away for New Year's, the four of us. I put the kids to bed and found him in the lobby of our hotel all over one of our friends. Whatever, it doesn't matter. I responded, it does matter.
He's a hater.
Now, as far as that indication that she made to you, either through text communications or in person, did she indicate at any point in time where that occurred?
So there was an occasion that the defendant stopped at my house. And again, the conversation that took place at my house was in relation to, again, sussing out and trying to figure out if this was everything that I stated before. Like, was this legitimate? Was she seriously interested in me? Was she at the end of her relationship with John? And during that, there was touch on that topic, and I became to realize, it was my understanding at that point that this incident took place in Aruba on New Year's Eve, based off the text messages and the conversation at my residence.
This was something that she brought up not only in the text communications with you, but in person in communication.
Yeah, you're such a clown, Kevin from South Boston. You're trying to act like you solved the case.
Yeah, he
like,
fucking...
right, she was trying to tell you. Yeah, he treated like he was fucking solving a homicide case.
Yeah, like an investigation.
You're reading a fucking text message thread, you dick. Ah, man.
All she wanted you was to show up at the crib and fucking knock it down. You fucking idiot.
That's it. Right. And you a hater. You asking questions about her dude. Like, what the hell that got to do with the damn mission? What the...
Right. Mission impossible for his ass.
For real. Like, what?
That shit ain't got nothing to do with nothing. Come through.
Abort
yes,
mission.
I mean, outside of
mission.
being over there for the game, there was only one time that the defendant and I ever interacted on a one-on-one basis.
Man,
if I could direct your attention to the next page 41 and ask you to read from that.
So I'm in the blue bubbles, and I said, did they bang? Question mark. The defendant responded, does that matter? Question mark. I said, sorry, I was just asking. I was just trying to figure shit out. Defendant responded, it doesn't really matter. I said, okay.
Yo, bro, you really asked if John O'Keefe banged the chick in Aruba. Like, you want to know his business.
That's what I'm saying. That's a hater. That dude, man, not only is he a lame, but he a hater. He got to pick a struggle.
Yo, Cotty, this dude called into the show. tried to convince us. He tried to convince us he was someone else.
Yeah, man. See, a weasel.
And now he's known as Kevin from South Boston because he did that to himself. Look at the shit he just did with her, and now he's Kevin from South.
Damn, man. This dude is a
Can't catch a break.
I never met a lame hater.
Male,
This
bro.
dude, yeah.
Okay, I won't ask again. Defendant said, I don't care with a smiley face. It doesn't matter. I responded back, okay, hear you loud and clear, Karen. Defendant responded, okay. I responded, why are you getting your thing all twisted up over simple questions? And then I typed on. Defendant responded, I'm not. I am, question mark. I responded, you're kind of getting defensive. Defendant responded, not at all, with an exclamation point.
See?
Sir, if I could direct your attention to page 46.
I don't know why he was reading the text like that.
Ask you to read from that.
His too.
I don't know why he was reading the text like that. Like, and she was like,
Defendant
why would
isn't
you
Greg. She
interpret
said,
that
we
from
did
you
kiss
reading
earlier,
that?
comma, no, with an exclamation point. I responded in blue bubble. I think you initiated that. No, question mark. Defendant said, yup. Do I owe you an apology? Question mark. I said, OMG, no. Why are you being sensitive? Defendant responded, I'm not. I responded, kinda. There's a P and a FFT, never responded by the defendant. What do you want from me? Question mark. I responded, what's on the table? Question mark. Defendant said, what do you want ideally? Question mark. I responded, the real deal. Defendant responded, it doesn't exist.
Thank you, sir.
That's it. That's John O'Keefe's brother.
If I could direct your attention to page 57, sir. And ask you to read from that.
It starts off in blue. I said, I can go to any base, but usually Hanscom and Bedford are down to the Cape. Defendant responded, which base down the Cape? Which branch? I said, Army. Defendant said, I'm not abnormally sensitive. I responded, Joint Base Cape Cod. I won't be so hard on you. Defendant responded, OMG, you're not. You called me trouble. That makes me sound bad. I responded, I was just playing with you. Defendant responded, you weren't, but that's okay. I responded, stop being sensitive, please. Defendant responded, I'm not.
Now, sir, in reference, in that page of text communications, you made reference to a base down the Cape, is that right?
Yes.
And where is that in relation to where you live in Barnstable County?
So I can utilize one of the gates to get onto the base. I can get fuel. I can shop. I then can hit the Bourne Bridge, and I would use that as a cut through at the time when I was splitting my time between two different properties.
Is there also like a duty-free shop there?
There is, yes.
And at some point throughout the course of the text communications, did you offer to pick something up for the defendant from that shop?
I believe so.
If I could direct your attention to page 60.
He only base his ass got to.
And ask you to read from that, sir.
Defendant said, I don't know, question mark. It's an old colonial. It has a lot of bedrooms with kind of an emoji. I responded, more than you clearly need. Are you moving to Canton? Question mark. Defendant said, I know, seriously. Some rooms I only go into dust. Not anytime soon. I'm there most of the time, but sometimes it's a lot. I responded, a lot, why? Question mark. Defendant responded. I then said, do you even know what you want? Question mark. Or who? Question mark. Defendant responded, because I went from being solo to trying to give attention to kids who aren't mine, and I never wanted kids. I responded, I thought you were in this happy relationship. Defendant responded, everyone is happy at the hillside.
If I could direct your attention to the next page, 61, and ask you to read from that.
What if you can create your own website by setting?
Shit is wild, man.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah.
Starts off with the defendant. It said, everyone is happy at the hillside, exclamation point. I responded, oh God, you avoid things. Defendant responded, it's just very, very complicated dynamic with the four of us. He isn't cut out for what he's doing, and the kids present constant issues. I responded, I think he believes he is doing the right thing. Defendant responded, well, of course he is, but his heart isn't in it. It's only because he was very, very close to his sister. I responded back, I know how you feel, kinda. I was married, and when I met her, she had a 2.5-year-old. I went from being single to being a dad. It's hard. Then I said, I'm divorced since 2017 and have no kids.
If I could ask you to turn to the next page, 62, and ask you to read from that, sir.
I said, I'm divorced since 2017 and I have no kids. Defendant responded, I try very hard, but they are very spoiled and they're not my family. My parents keep telling me I'd feel differently if they were mine or my own sisters. Then I told you he got drunk and sloppy on NYE while we were away, and that has really affected me. I responded, what did he exactly do? Question mark. Defendant responded, I never got married and now somehow I'm arguing someone about raising kids with an emoji. I responded, why don't you tell me, ? Defendant responded, he was a puddle all day and then disappeared. Then I found him all over our friend's sister in the lobby of our hotel, and she's gross, which I think may actually be worse. Not sure. I responded, oh God, did they bang?
And that's your turn to the next page, sir.
He asked again.
This dude is thirsty.
I'm in the blue. I said, did they bang?
This motherfucker asked again if they banged.
That's what I'm saying. This dude is thirsty, man. Like, what was he doing?
Did he ask again, or is this? Did he already read this?
Right, he asked again.
To me, it seemed like he was getting all this information to, like, do that police dirty work to expose him within the, you know what I'm saying? Like, expose him, like, not try to get him fired, but make people laugh at him behind his back. Oh, yeah, I fucked this girl, or, like, because all this, like, dude is deep diving. You're getting a lot of information about a dude that's supposedly your guy. Like, I don't know, this weird.
I mean, I look at it as maybe he didn't want to feel as guilty.
Yeah, that's a
good point. What I mean? Knowing that, so he cheated on you. So yeah, it's cool. Let's do this.
Exactly. Let's make him out to be the user. Did Higgy need to leave the water bottles to let Karen in? Move the water bottles to let Karen in? Probably. Water bottles. We got a $20 goal. $9.99 goal. Excuse me. Towards your goal, JFK. We were on vacation and we didn't have the internet or even cell service. Nice change for a week. Catching replays today. Thank you, DB. Appreciate you. We also have What the Duck with another $5. What the Duck with another $5 with the goal. Thank you so much, What the Duck. Rose D coming through with $10. Higgins has no game. Oh, God damn. You right about that, Rose D. You right about that. Let's wrap this up and let's talk. Let's see how this goes right here.
And ? Defendant said, so I was the kids celebrating New Year's. I think it's without him, which shouldn't be my role. No, I doubt it. He was a mess. I said, was it the first time with her, or do you think there were others? Defendant responded, I don't really think there were others. I'm with him all the time. He never seems to want to go anywhere. Without me.
Yes, if there was
issues
others.
With the kids bother me more than him actually cheating. They are constant, and it feels like a lose-lose. I responded, You clearly have a lot of feelings swirling inside you. Defendant responded, yeah, it's very complicated. Sorry for the rant. I responded, or began to respond, you can vent, babe.
You can vent, babe.
Attention to the next page.
Yo!
That's sir.
He hit her with the babe, Gotti.
Right?
Yep.
He hit her with the babe.
Yeah, I guess he felt like he was in there. That is crazy. Yeah. that is so lame. That's a sucker. He's a sucker MC.
Turbulence in the chat. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston. Turbulence in the chat. Boston. Can you hear me?
4, 3, 2, 1, 0.
Can you hear me?
Static selector.
Yeah.
We're working too.
Boston.
I mean, my man had to run across 3
Yeah.
We're working too.
Boston.
I mean, my man had to run across 3 lanes.
Can you hear me?
Static selector.
Yeah. Boston. Can you hear me? Turbulence in the chat. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston.
Static selector.
Yeah.
Static selector.
Boston. Can you hear me?
Like, can you look at this from both sides? And this comes out that she actually did it. Are you ready to like?
You sound like Higgins.
Yeah.
You wrong.
I'm starting with the man in the middle.
I know you're gonna dig this.
Run the track, run the track, run the track, run the track, run the track.
Yeah.
That shit is wild, son. He is a sucker. Cotty, we've been going for 2 hours. You want to keep going?
Now I'm gonna go ahead and lock it in, man. I got a couple of things to do for tomorrow. Plus, create this content and everything else. Tomorrow's gonna be a busy day, but it's always.
So
a
what we'll do is
guys.
we'll leave off here, and we'll pick it up, and we'll take it to the next level the next time around.
No problems, man. Thank you all for having me, man. It's all love, bro. Man,
before we go,
shout out to Kevin Cav, man. Love to you, brother.
Man. Good chatting with you, man. I'll be back.
Be clear, ladies and gentlemen. I need y'all to go to Cotty's Perspective. It's in the header of the video right now. Go like his page, sub to his page right now. I think you're at 100. I think you're at 140 something now.
That's love.
We were trying to get him up to 200. Let me just do a quick heat check.
Yeah, let's go, people.
Where was you at? Where were you at before that, Cotty?
Shit, 108. So listen, that is love. And I'm gonna go hard because, like I said, I got a lot.
Got you at 141. You're at 141 right now. Come on, people. Let's get another 20 subs. Got 181 people up in here. Let's get another 10. Let's get them to 151. At least. Come on. Let's get them. Let's break them to 1.5.
Yeah, man, and just been busy. What is it? I got this commercial that's going to come on. My homegirl, she just showed it to me, and yeah, we just did a commercial probably like 3 days ago. So everybody probably see that one, man. It's for one of her cannabis company brands. So yeah, I've been knowing her since I've been in the industry for like 3 years. So
you still over in Cambridge, Cotty?
No, man. Listen, I gotta talk to you off screen about that. But yeah, it was the situations that was going on. But it's still I'm still in the game. I'm still in the industry. Everybody loves me. It's still a blast. So that's all that's really.
We got to get you up. We got to get you monetized, bro. We got to get you going in this. Get you a different stream or something going down. You got a lot to give to this community for sure.
Hell yeah.
Indeed, man. Indeed, brothers. But all right, man, let me get
man, enjoy the rest of your night, my brother. And we'll be talking soon, bro. You know where I'm at.
All day, man. Love
Cotty,
you,
hit me up anytime, man.
Hey, man, I'm glad Karen Reed is free, man. We go expose this dude, South Boston. Was this like Kev from South Boston?
Yeah, Kevin from South Boston.
His new name is Drop the Bag from South Boston.
Yeah.
He fumbled the bag.
I know, man. I love it, man.
All right, guys, man. Blessing, peace, and love, man.
All right, Cotty, man. Peace and love, my brother.
All right.
Peace. Cotty's Perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Cotty's Perspective, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, what a great time.
Yeah, that was great, man. I love it, man. I got this shit stuck in my head, man. He's a lame. Kevin from South Boston, you're a lame with no game, fumbling the bag, playing tag. This fucking dude is a clown, huh?
Who said that? You just made that up, or Cotty said?
He's dropping bombs,
That's all
man.
the shit that Cotty was saying, man, about this us putting it together and shit. We could make a rhyme out of that shit.
Yeah.
Oh, you want to drop a beat? I'll fucking say it again and shit, you know?
God damn, Kevin.
God damn.
Any evidence other than physical evidence? Did you look at any data evidence?
I don't know what you mean, data.
Like data you would find on a cell phone. When you were doing differential diagnosis, did you look at any information that would tell you?
When you were doing differential diagnosis, did you look at any information that would tell you
what the speed of that impact may have been or allegedly was?
Well, it didn't hit him, so it doesn't matter.
Okay. So you did any evidence other than physical evidence? Did you look at any data evidence?
I don't know what you mean, data.
Like data you would find on a cell phone. When you were doing differential diagnosis, did you look at any information that would tell you
When you were doing differential diagnosis, did you look at any information that would tell you
What the speed of that impact may have been or allegedly was?
Well, it didn't hit him, so it doesn't matter.
Which means is you, Kevin from South Boston, something went down. And based on how you were acting on the stand, doing your best, acting like you were the victim of a circumstance. And like the more and more you watch it now, 2 years later, seeing this shit, a year later, whatever it is, after seeing this, I mean, wow, I just can't believe that you really said the things that you said on the stand. I mean, it's really unbelievable the way you acted, my man.
The dude was treating his little fucking flirt session like an investigation.
Right. Reading the text messages like it was a fucking case to solve.
You know what I'm? Yeah, James.
You know what I didn't like about him reading it, and I liked better in trial too? Him reading it was his perspective too. It was the way he,
they didn't want that this trial.
It was the way he took. What's the word I'm looking for? It was the way he
received it, yeah, and perceived it, yeah, and everything.
And when he put it out the way he perceived it, and then that's not the way she perceived it, because he was asking questions like, "Does John know?" And she skipped right over that. Where you at?
Yeah, skip right over that. She was just saying to him like, "Yo, bro, what are you doing, man?" Like she was probably, as she think about it, like, so let's talk about that for a second. Let's talk about that, right? Because Karen is free, so everybody in the chat, calm the fuck down. Karen is free, right? What do you think her mindset was as she's typing that? Like, what she was trying to get it in.
Right. It looked like she was trying to get it in quick and fast.
Yeah, fucking bump and go, bro.
Oh, shit.
I
Yeah,
mean,
she was trying to put it on Higgins, man.
Yo, we've all been there, and
I mean, Higgins, you fucked that up, man. You could have. Damn, Higgins, man. Why didn't you just go? I mean, you already fucked up anyway talking.
He could have went parking.
Hell, Higgins, you could have been at the
somewhere,
Oscars in a few years from now when she's at the Oscars. You fumbled the bag, man. You could have been.
Damn, Higgins, man, you fucked up, buddy. But you
fumbled the
fucked
bag,
up to
bro.
begin with when she hit you up. You should have said, "Listen, you got a man until
Right.
you break up with him." Not even. You were cool with John. You can't even do that. It's too
Right.
early in the game. You got to say, "Listen, as much as I think you're fine, and I think you're dope, you know what I mean? I can't do that." Or you got to run it by John. Like, "Yo, John, I don't know. How do you feel about this girl? Because she, you know what I mean? Like, yo, is it okay if I smash?"
Tell John,
Tell John, is that like your girl? Like, yo, is it? Do you care if I smash?
Right.
Like, you know what I mean?
I
But
wouldn't
but
say that.
yeah, but what I'm
That
saying
was
is,
smashing his face, if you ask me
yeah,
that.
but what I'm saying is, because they were together for 2 years, so you can't just ask someone that. Now, if he was with her for 2 months, you might be able to ask that question. Like, "Yo, I see you running with this chick at the bar here and there. Like, you ain't are you serious with her? Like, you trying to like
It
pass the
seemed
blunt?"
like they were laughing behind his back. That's what I caught from that last like, oh, does he, I don't know, man. It just seemed like they
just messed up. He messed up from the jump from answering her. So at that point, you may as well smash.
Yeah.
You already fucked up. Like, so you're already in violation. And that's why he was so messed up. Because think about it. Think about the conscience hitting this dude. This dude's a deep thinker, right? He's not a dumb dude. He's not. You can't be dumb. You can't be. He's not a dumb guy. He's dumb. He's dumb as far as the decisions he makes. But that's what's killing him, because he knows better. He knew better. Come on, Kevin from South Boston. You knew better. And that was killing you. Every day you're texting her, you're like, "Damn, man, I'm doing something wrong." And that's why, back to that ride back from New York, you had to vent it to somebody, right, Kev?
Fuck yeah. He was right. He was running his mouth the whole ride back. And that's when, and I think that's when he knew that fucking that John questioned, him being a solid dude. You know what I mean? And keeping his fucking mouth shut. Mm-hmm. And he ran his mouth to the wrong people in that fucking car.
Right. Well, yo, it was a great show. I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Put the wheels down. Kevy Kev, thanks for jumping on once again, man.
Yeah,
It was a
yeah.
great show. This
Yeah.
show was a lot smoother than last night's show. We had a lady in the show. Jay,
That's
you want
what.
to say
Oh, I
peace?
thought. Well, I
yeah,
thought
I'm
you were
wrapping
ready.
it. Yeah, I'm wrapping it up. Go ahead.
Yeah,
wanna
no,
wrap
I
this
just had to go down. I had to eat something, man. I haven't eaten yet.
Yeah,
so-
I'm gonna wrap it up. Wrap it up.
Yeah. All right.
You want to say peace?
Peace,
I want
James.
to say peace to everybody. It was a great show. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you subscribe because the only way to replay these shows now going forward, you're gonna have to be a member. So
On
check
some
it out.
shows,
Some
not every
shows,
show.
right. But I
On
think
some
this was a good show. So you might have to subscribe to replay this one.
Yeah, this was a pretty good show.
Yeah.
James, man, I love you, buddy, man. Go get
Love
something to
you
eat. I'll
guys,
talk.
man.
I'll talk to you. I'll
Yeah,
talk to you
James.
tomorrow.
Be good, bro.
Peace. All right, Kev, JFK.
All right, brother. Be
Chat.
safe.
Peace.
Peace. Yeah, so Kev, as we take this descend and land this, yeah, this was a smooth show, man. A lot smoother than last night's show, you know. And I feel like I feel good about this because going into this, like back to the conscience, like last night's show, I was so passionate, you know, with Francis because it's something that just happened, and we had the reason why I say that we had someone in the chat named Becca, who's Francis's cousin, that was in the chat. I got word by our boy Making Changes, our girl Natalie, the mods, all our mods tonight. Thank you for holding us down. Becca, if you're in the chat, you can hit me up at jfkshowoff@gmail. You can hit Kevy Kev up too.
Yeah.
So it's jfkshowoff@gmail. Leave a comment on the video where we can get at you. And yeah, we're gonna freestyle it. We're gonna keep Francis in the mix. We ain't laying off Francis by no means. We're gonna keep Francis in the mix. We're trying to get the troops in back of it. Maybe we can get the Glera. We had the Glera in the chat tonight. Maybe we can get the Glera to do a show with us and talk about that and get his perspective on what he's seen. We're gonna talk to Young Jerks and get their perspective and get the bigger platforms and get people's perspective, get more people to see what happened to Francis and just get some type of repercussions for these pleas. Like I said, is it life in prison? I don't know. I don't know if it was murder. I don't know. It looked to me that it was just they fucked up. It's more like a manslaughter, but there definitely should be some type of repercussions and going forward, because if we let them get away with what they did to Francis, they're just going to do it again to somebody else. And that's not right. But with that being said, I go by the name of JFK.
And I go by Kevy Kev.
And we'll see you guys next flight.
Static Selector.
Yeah. Boston. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston.
Static Selector.
Yeah. Boston. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston.
Static Selector.
Yeah. Boston. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Boston. For the statements and the arraignments, and it's getting stranger and stranger. Lockdown Boston, we in danger, in danger. Pressure is cooking in the chambers. Feel my anger, feel my anger. And told the commish some gamble and some fish. It's the action, it's the risk, man. Ain't this a bitch? Politics, a big block party at the mall, national news and all that other shit. Yeah.
Static Selector.